Hello, guys, and welcome to the first lecture from Fantastic for English. Let me share my screen to start the explanation. Right, guys. So, first thing that we need to do when we have the language, we need to speak 90% of the time, and we just need to write 10% of the time. And most probably that in the education in the schools, they trying to cover only this 10% of the writing and assume that there's no teacher asked you before in the school to try to talk in English. Sometimes that happen, of course, and these are few people, few teachers that can do this. So most of the time, they are only trying to cover the 10% of this language by writing, but we still have 90% of the language is about talking, speaking. And that's why we're going to have as a basic stone in our course, in Fantastic for English course, as a conversation. We're going to have daily conversation. We had one yesterday for 3 hours or maybe 3.5 hours with different people, and I already mentioned this on the WhatsApp groups. So we had our conversation yesterday. We talked to several students, and from yesterday's meeting, I chose like five or a few members which are having the highest level of English to be my assistants. They are going to be the group leaders because, of course, we're having like more than 500 members in our groups following this course since we started. So, of course, I'm not going to be able to handle 500 person daily. And that's why I choose some of the people, some of the members who have already have the best English to be assistants for me. They are going to be the group leaders. So we're going to have meetings each and every day, several meetings in different times to be able to attend at least one, because I know some people will be working, some others are studying, some others has some else to do, and that's why we're going to have several meetings throughout the day. It's going to be through Zoom or Google Meet or Microsoft Teams. So make sure you have one of these applications, preferably Zoom, which is the best in these meetings, so you can talk directly and you can talk a lot. And by practicing speaking each and every day for at least for 1 hour, it's gonna get you to a completely different level. You're gonna reach a completely different level in a short period. For like 3 or 4 months, talking each and every day, you're gonna be in a different level after 3 or 4 months. So as we were saying, 90% of the English is about speaking and 10% only about writing. And that's why we need to talk a lot more than we write. So the first thing, in order to learn the English, in order to learn the language, the first thing that we need to do is to listen. You need to get your ears to get to know the phonetics or the accents or the tone. So you need to listen a lot. At least we need to listen for 40 minutes per day. But we're going to start with 30 minutes and plus these explanation video, which is going to be like 10 or 15 minutes. So in this case, you're going to reach the 40 minutes or 45 minutes. The most important thing about listening is to listen without looking to a translation or even the lyrics in English. So most of the videos I'm gonna share with you, I'm gonna share each and every day on our channel here on YouTube. 30 minutes videos. It's gonna be on 3 videos. So each video will be for 10 minutes. So you can watch one in the morning, one afternoon, one evening, or if you have time to watch them directly, all of them one time, that will be better. But I'm gonna divide it to 3 different videos because if you have something to do, if you're not gonna watch complete 30 minutes one time, so that's why I'm dividing it to be 3 videos. But it's up to you. So this is about listening. So for beginners, for A1 and A2 levels, and maybe B1 as well, in the beginning, you're not going to be understanding anything from the English in the video. But starting from second month, you're going to be able to gain a little bit. And then it's going to be increasing a day after a day. So in the first 2 months, you're not going to be understanding anything. You're just going to be listening to English. You know it's English, but you're not able to know what does it mean exactly. And that's not an issue with you. This is how it goes with the beginners. But if you are B2, C1, C2, and sometimes maybe B1 as well, you're going to be understanding some of these videos. But the most important thing that I need you to listen. This is the most important thing. So if you don't understand what the video are saying, this is not important in the beginning. I just need you to get used, your ears, to get used to the language and the tone and the accent. That's it. So don't worry if you don't understand from the beginning. Don't worry about this. Just keep listening each and every day for at least 30 minutes plus the explanation video, and that's it. Just keep following my instructions and look at yourself at your English level after 3 or 4 months. That's it. So later on, we're gonna need to practice reading. So you need to read every day for 30 minutes. Every day, we need to read for 30 minutes. Okay, mister, what are we going to read? We can read anything, for example, stories. And the stories stories are the best things to learn speaking by practicing reading. When you practice reading, so you are speaking. So reading plus vocabularies equal speaking. That's it. So we need to practice at least 30 minutes a day and each and every day reading a story. And when you read, you need to read with a loud voice so you can hear yourself. Why I need to hear myself? Because when you pronounce a word in a mistaken way, you're going to listen to it. You're going to hear it. So you're going to stop and start the sentence from the beginning. Don't try to recorrect only the word that you pronounced wrong. No, try to get the phrase or the sentence from the beginning. And when you are passing to this word one more time, maybe you're going to be saying this by wrong one more time. It's not a problem. Go back to the first sentence until you pass to this word and you say it in the right way. In this case, try to say this word 20 times. Try to make it correct. Try to pronounce it correctly for 20 times. In this case, it's going to be here for the correct sentences and words going to be directly correct when you say it in the coming times. So that's it. The first one that you need to listen 30 minutes. You need to read aloud to listen to yourself. Also, you need to record a voice for yourself. So when you read a story, try to record, for example, by your mobile, record your voice. And when you finish, listen to yourself. By listening to yourself in a record, you're gonna know exactly what are the words that you pronounce incorrectly. And in this case, there is a dictionary, an application dictionary, which called U Dictionary. U Dictionary. It has, it's gonna be on Google Play. It has like U, the logo, its logo, and then it's gonna be in a red or orange, or something between red and orange. And the best thing about this application that when you write on it a word, it's gonna give you the meaning of this word. Also, it's gonna give you the right pronunciation for it. You're gonna have speaker BR, and speaker BR means British, and speaker, so it's gonna pronounce it in the British accent. And also you're gonna have AM and speaker, which is American. So, all right, Mr. What's the best one to follow first? Is it the British or the American? Of course, English means British. So you're gonna go to British first. If you can pronounce it correctly, that's completely amazing. But British is extremely harder than American. So if you couldn't pronounce it correctly with the British accent, you can then go to the American accent. All right, Mister, is it possible to have two different accents? Because sometimes I will get the British and sometimes I will get the American. In this case, I'm going to have both accents. That's completely fine. That's completely fine. Me, myself, I have it a mix. I'm not talking British all the time. I'm not talking American all the time. I'm making a mix between both of them. But my accent is more American. So most of the time, you're going to feel it's American because most of my speech is American. Most of my accent is American, that's why. But it's not a problem to have a mix between both of them. Why is that? Because when you talk to a British people, you're gonna understand them and they will gonna understand you. And when you talk to American people, they're gonna understand you and you are gonna understand them as well. And when you talk to anybody else in the world, because we have several, hundreds of accents all over the world. For example, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, all these countries have their own accents. So if you make a mix between the American and the British, which is the highest two accents in the world, you're going to be able to deal with anybody on this earth. So you need to listen to yourself. So again, practicing reading, you need to practice 30 minutes a day, and you need to read aloud with a loud voice to be able to hear yourself. And third thing that you need to do is to record yourself and listen to yourself and correct the mistaken pronunciation or accent. All right, guys, so I'm gonna try to make my videos with not to having a lot of time because some people complain about the duration. That's why I'm trying to make the duration to be a little bit not too long. That's why I'm gonna say that's enough for today. I'm gonna record another videos, so I can upload videos a day after a day, or maybe every day on our channel. I'm gonna send you the link. Don't forget to comment down below that it's been done in order for me to be able to follow up with you for weekly evaluation and daily evaluation and monthly evaluation. And this is one of our strengths in this course. I'm going to follow up with you and evaluate you each and every day. So each and every link I'm going to send you, I assume, or I'm waiting for a comment from you saying that it's been done, so I can write down that, for example, Mike is done with today's video and he's done with the listening, but he didn't do the vocabularies, for example. And when I pass it to you after the week, you're going to know what are your weaknesses that you need to develop and what are your strengths that you need to keep. That's it for today. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.